Take you to Meru County, where Ben Troy Njue is on standby to give us an update on how the primaries are going in that particular location. Ben Troy, if you can hear me.
Thank you so much, Nisi Mano, back in studio, and of course to our viewers, good afternoon. We are coming to you live from Kaaga Primary School, which is another polling station right here in Imenti North constituency. Well, as you can see, the situation has not yet changed, at least for the best. There are only 3 ballot papers cast, as you can see, and as I had alluded to earlier, is that we are only, the whole of Meru County, we are only doing UDA, MCA, and women representative. Only 2 candidates for the MCA who are jostling for that one tight spot. And you can see here, the women rep position has attracted around 4 women. But we are hoping that the situation, being a Miraa zone and an agricultural zone, we expect perhaps the situation will become better later on in the evening. But allow me in 1 minute. You see there is no crowds, no lines or anything, but there's something I would like to show you. It's quite a contrast from what we have been doing here all morning. We have been in 7 polling stations, and I can tell you for free is that we have about 10 votes, but we are hoping that the situation has become a little bit better. But looking outside, quite a contrast, a lot of noise, a lot of people. As you can see, Jimmy Wanjigi, the Safina party leader, has been here for the better part of the morning. He was holding his campaigns here, and of course he tore into the government, talking about the high cost of living and the cost of fuel, and what he intends to do as soon as he ascends to power. Well, we are also waiting for more from other polling stations. From here, we'll also be checking out the Meru. Earlier on, we were at the Meru School, which is the polling station, and also where all the votes will be counted later on in the evening. But for now, as you can see, a lot of people here because of the political rally by Jimmy Wanjigi, but quite few people coming out. But something has been said is that it's because they have come to consensus. That is why we are only having 2 positions that are being fought for at this moment. But of course, we'll be here till late to ensure that we have all the results from Meru. Back to you, Nisimano.
Thank you so much, Ben Troy Njue, who is currently at the Kaaga Primary School in Meru County. They are telling us that they're experiencing low voter turnout, but the day is still young. We now want to head over to Uasin Gishu County and join John Jacob Curia, who is on standby there. But we do have all of our teams on the different counties who are already on the ground, going to be bringing us up to speed on the UDA party primaries that are currently ongoing throughout the county. So now we'll take you to Uasin Gishu County, where John Jacob Curia is on standby with an update. Curia, if you can hear me.
Thank you, Nisi. Back at Broadcasting House, we are live in Tarbo constituency. This is Uasin Gishu Primary School. The exercise of voting here has been delayed for more than 7 hours because the 4th or the 5th person has just voted. This being around 10 minutes after 1 o'clock is when the exercise has kicked off in this place. Quite massive delays witnessed around here. And I have one of the candidates here who is running for Huruma Ward MCA. Kindly start by introducing yourself and then tell us about your experience with this exercise.
Thank you very much. Mimi naitwa James Maina Washira. Ni mmoja wa waniaji tiketi ya UDA hapa upande wa Huruma. Nimekuja kupiga kura sasa hivi kwa sababu tangu saa 1 tumekuwa hapa tukingoja. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka kusema hivi ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, mimi naomba ya kwamba haki itendeke kwa kila mmoja, kwa sababu sisi mahaslas ambao tuko hapa tunaona ni kama kuna njama ya madynasty wawili watatu ambao hawataki mabadiliko, wanafanya njama ya delay ili waweze kutunyang'anya uongozi. Lakini tunaamini Mungu na wananchi watatupa nafasi ya sisi pia kuwaongoza nikiwa kama Maina Wachira.
Baadhi ya visa ambavyo unavisema kwa sababu unasema ni kama kunaonekana kuna njama ya kuhujumu process hii ya nomination. Baadhi ya visa hivyo ni kama vipi?
Ya kwanza, ilikuwa inatakikana tuanze uchaguzi saa 1 kamili. Sasa hivi ni saa 8. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni kuonyesha ya kwamba wao wamesense defeat na wanajua their preferred candidate tutawalima, tutawaweka chini. Kwa hivyo wao wenyewe wanafanya delay ili wao walete ukarabati yao, ili kama kuna watu wao, kwa mfano kule Huruma sasa hivi wale wana vote ni wale watu wetu katika jamii, ni wazee na wale ambao ni walemavu. Na tunaelewa ya kwamba kuna wazee kadhaa ambao wako katika mrengo tofauti. Vijana wetu na wamama ambao ndio wengi hawataki kupewa nafasi. Hivyo basi wao wanajaribu kudelay uchaguzi huu kiasi, ili ikifika saa 11, saa 12 wafunge na ihesabiwe, ili watu wao wenye wametangulia kupiga kura watangazwe, na sisi ambao tuko na wananchi tukose haki yetu.
Wewe kama mwaniaji, kwa sababu kuna kwingine tumetoka na vijana ambao wamejisajili juzi kama wapiga kura, inasemekana kwamba majina yao hayapatikani kwenye register. Sijui kama hiyo ni moja zile ambazo umesikia wewe kama mwaniaji.
Yes, hivyo ni kweli, kwa sababu watu wengi walibadilisha kura zao wakaleta katika hapa Huruma Ward. Lakini leo ukienda leo kwa mfano unapata majina yao hayapatikani, lakini kuna mambo ya mazingaumbwe inaendelea. Ya pili tena, kama leo, na mimi nasema bila uoga, wale walikuwa wanatuletea ballot boxes, walituletea ballot boxes wakisindikishwa na gari ya mpinzani wangu paka kwa kila station, na hiyo iko kwa video na iko on record. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka nichukue fursa hii kama Maina Wachira niseme ya kwamba tuache tufanye uchaguzi ya haki na ukweli. Mtu ashinde kwa haki, ashindwe kwa haki, kwa sababu ni makosa sana. Mimi Maina Wachira leo nilirelax na nikatulia kama vile chama imesema, lakini wapinzani wetu wanakuja hapa wanasindikisha ballot boxes na magari, na imesemekana ya kwamba tayari wameshapiga kura, wanangoja giza ifike ili wao wenyewe wajitangaze, na hiyo tunasema ishindwe kabisa.
Asante. Maina Wachira is an aspirant for the Huruma Ward MCA in Tarbo constituency. This is just how the exercise is. In some instances, you will see a lot of delays that have dragged up until now, because this is one of the polling centers where, voting was supposed to begin at 7 a.m. It has started at 1 o'clock. In other places, the UDA admits it is using the register by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, an updated register. In other places where we've been, like in Abkoi constituency, you will get incidences where the youth say we have registered, but our names do not appear in this register because the party is using the 2017 register. These are some of the issues that are cropping up in this very nominations. And of course, we are monitoring the situation across Uasin Gishu County. We've been to Abkoi, we've been to Keses, we have also been to Tarbo. We're hoping to be in Kapsaret and Soi, and also be able to assess the situation there before we converge finally at the Eldoret Polytechnic to you.
As you can see in Uasin Gishu County, experiencing low voter turnout and delays the opening of the voting centers. They were expected to have opened and began by 7 a.m. this morning, but the exercise began at 11 a.m. We now want to take you to Embu County, where Kamche Menza is on standby there, also to bring us up to speed on how things are on that particular end. Kamche?
Well, Nisi, good afternoon to you back in studio. This is Kiaragana Primary School, and we are at Runyenje's constituency in Embu County. And as you can see, the queue is still on. It is around 20 minutes past 1, and the queue is still on here. One thing to note is that this polling station, there were no delays in the morning. The information we have is that there were no delays, and we are told that the ballot boxes or ballot materials were here at around 7:30, around 7 and 7:38, thereabout. The exercise kicked off. So up until now, the exercise is still on, and as you can see, it is a queue that members are waiting to vote. UDA members are waiting, of course, to cast their votes on their preferred candidate in this particular nomination exercise. It is an exercise that is expected to end at 5. But the information we have is that in Embu County, there are some polling stations that were affected by the delay of delivery of ballot materials. Earlier on in the morning, we were in Embu town, and that's where most of the polling stations were actually affected by the delivery of the ballot boxes. Most of the polling exercises actually began at around 10:30, and a different polling station started at around 11. So basically, the exercise did not start on time in most of the polling stations in Embu town, and we can speak with authority because we spoke to some of the officials in the UDA party, and they came out clear saying that there were such delays that were caused by what happened last evening here in Embu, the burning of some ballot materials, and again logistical arrangements were not in order per se, and that this morning that particular exercise was affected and therefore delayed for some hours. But in this particular polling station, there was no delay, but we have information or speculation has it that the exercise began on time, yes, but then there were issues that came about with members saying that their ballot papers that were brought in that had already been marked. So that particular issue raised a concern, and the exercise was halted for a few hours, then it began again. Right now, I'm joined by one of the members who was here in the morning, who participated in that particular exercise before it was halted, and then it began again. If you could start by your name and basically tell us what time you came here to vote and what transpired up until now.
Kwa jina naitwa Francis Duranera. Tumekunja asubuhi kuvote na lakini ballot paper imeingia kama imesarawa kidogo, lakini tulivumilia na tukapanga laini na tukaendelea. Lakini wakati wa asubuhi kuliingia kitu kama lapsa wale walikuwa tumevote tayari. Hiyo ballot box nyingine ikawa na lapsa, pengine kuna makaratasi ilikuwa imemakiwa, lakini yo tumeangalia na tukaona ulikuwa ukweli, tukaitoa yote tukailalua. Hata ukiangalia ndio hii tumelalua yote, alafu tukaanza upya tena na tukaendelea vizuri na hakuna lapsa yoyote, na tumeendelea vizuri. Watu wamejitokeza kwa wingi na tuko tayari kuchaguana bila shinda yoyote, na tunaendelea vizuri. Na hata ukiangalia kina mama wase wako na laini yao, hatutaki wasumbuke, tunawapatia na nafasi waende wachaguane, wale wagonjwa wachaguane, wengine wasubiri. Tunaendelea kuchaguana na hakuna shinda, na watu tayari wako tayari kuchaguana na wana maneno.
Mulianza saa ngapi haswa?
Tulianza kama tulikuwa tumesarawa kidogo, ballot box imeingia kama imesarawa kitu kama saa 2 hivi. Nataka kidogo.
Na hiyo rabsha ikatokea saa ngapi?
Lapsa ilitokea kitu kama saa 4 hivi. Ilikuwa imesalia kidogo. Lakini mwenye kutoa lapsa sio sisi members, ni mtu alikuwa ametoka kwa polling station nyingine inaitwa Mufu na akakuja Kiaragana. Kwa hivyo watu wa Kiaragana wakuwa na maneno, hiyo kitu ilikuwa imetoka nje na tukujua alikuwa na nia gani, lakini tayari tumegundua maneno yake na tayari tumesema aende na akaenda. So sio hata mtu wa polling station hii.
Je, kuna viongozi walioingilia pengine kujaribu kutatua?
Na hakuna viongozi waliingilia, ni watu wenyewe, sababu ni watu ambao wameelewa wenye wanafanya na wanajua viongozi wale wanakuja kuchagua. Lakini hakuna viongozi walikuja kuleta maneno. Wenyewe watu ndio waliona kuna maneno inaendelea, na hiyo maneno sio mzuri, wakatatua shinda hiyo wenyewe. Na ukiangalia hapa hata hakuna askari wengi, askari alikuja mmoja na pia anaonekana kama ana relax, sababu hakuna mtu wako na maneno na yule mwingine, na hakuna mtu wako na vita na yule mwingine. Na hata ukiangalia kwa uwanja unaona kina mama huko wanangojea tu watu wawe kidogo ndio waendelee. Yeah.
Well, Nisi, you heard it from one of the UDA members who actually cast his vote here in the morning, then redid the exercise again, of course, after the issue came about concerning having received ballot papers that had already been marked. So basically that's it from here in Kiaragana polling station. We will be doing rounds in different polling stations in this county, Embu County, and the different sub-counties that are within Embu County, of course, to bring up to speed our viewer who is waiting to get to know what exactly is happening in this particular part. Basically, that's it. Nisi, back to you in studio.
Indeed, Kamche, thank you for that update. That particular polling station in Runyenje's constituency in Embu County experiencing long queues. So we now want to head over to Kericho County, also where our reporter Achola Simon is on standby to give us an update on that particular polling station. Achola?
Well, thank you very much, Nisi. Indeed, as you've rightly put it, we are in Kericho County, where I am standing right now is actually at Chemosota Vocational Training Center. This is another polling station in Beruta constituency here in Kericho County, and this is a constituency where the former senator of this county, but also the CS of Energy and the Devolution, Charles Keter, cast his vote at around midday, and then thereafter, of course, he left to an unknown destination. Earlier on, also, Dr. Erika Mutai had also cast his vote at Chabagal polling station that is down in Belgut, in Belgut also. And of course, we've been actually following what has actually been going on in this county matters, UDA primaries. And what we can report, Nisi, is that the process has been largely peaceful with minimal, if any, instances reported. As we speak right now, the only hitch that has actually been experienced this morning has been the delay of dispatching of ballot papers and boxes across the constituencies, across various constituencies in this county. And one of the constituencies that was actually hard hit was Kipkelion West. But we are told at around 10 a.m. in the morning that hitch had actually been resolved. The other thing that we've actually experienced, Nisi, has been the fact that the locals have been coming in small bits, basically at a snail pace in each and every polling station. And as I speak to you right now at Chemosota polling station, what we are actually being told that this station has about 1184 registered UDA members, and just about 300 have actually come out to cast their vote. This, of course, the locals are telling us is has been attributed to the fact that most of the locals actually woke up very early in the morning and went to tea farms around this area, and most of them have actually been tending to their tea farms, and others have also been involved in other activities, of course, that necessitating the delay in coming out to actually cast their vote. The other thing that we've actually been also told is the fact that most of the locals here are actually farmers in various fields and also traders. So they've actually gone to the market. Others are engaging in their personal activities before they come out and cast their vote. We're also told that others came very early in the morning because voting actually started around 6 a.m. in the morning, and a number of them actually came out and participated in this exercise. Up until now, no incidences of violence have actually been reported. What we know for a fact that the county has been largely peaceful, with leaders, of course, who have actually already cast their vote, calling on the residents to come out in large numbers and cast their vote, but also maintaining that it is important for them to maintain peace, even as they elect the person who is actually going to fly the flag of UDA in the general poll. But we have an elder here who has actually participated in the exercise. He'll just brief us of exactly how he has actually seen the exercise, and if indeed he is satisfied with what he's actually seen. Habari yako mzee?
Mzuri sana.
Nieleze unaitwa nani na umefika hapa saa ngapi, na kwa nini bado hujaenda nyumbani na umeshapiga kura?
Nimeingia hapa hapa ilifunguliwa asubuhi saa 12 na mimi nimefika kama nimechelewa kidogo na ndio nimetoka kupiga kura saa hizi. Na nimefurahia uchaguzi wa siku ya leo. Uchaguzi umeenda kwa njia iliyo sawa, hakuna kelele, hakuna nini. Kila mtu anapiga kura yake na anakuondoka mapema polepole bila mambo yote.
Mzee, tumeona kwamba wewe umefika sasa hivi. Wengine bado hawajafika na kuna wengine ambao walifika asubuhi. Ila swali ni kwamba mbona wengi sana wamechelewa kufika katika shughuli hii?
Unajua hii area yetu ni watu mwingine anashughulika mambo ya chai, anachuna chai kidogo asubuhi, anaenda pia kwa kibanda ya chai, alafu baada ya lunch sasa ndio anakuja saa kuja kupiga kura. Na wengine pia anashughulika na mambo ya ng'ombe kidogo, alafu baada ya hiyo anakuja kupiga kura. Na inaweza kuwa hata wengine wamama wazee wamekuja mbele ili waende wamrelease wa mama pia wakuje. Lakini kwa kura wanapiga kwa upendo na wanapiga kwa njia ile juu sana. Wanafurahia.
Kwa hivyo inamaanisha kwamba wewe kama mzee wa kijiji hiki ama katika eneo hili, wewe umefurahia sana jinsi hii kura imeendeshwa?
Nimefurahia leo kabisa kwa sababu hata hakuna mtu anasimama, mtu anakuja kuchagua kiongozi yake ile anayempenda na kutoka nje ya gate. Hakuna hata shughuli kumwambia mtu kutoka nje ama mtu kusukumwa. Watu wanafanya kazi kwa upendo, wanapiga na furaha. Hakuna shida yoyote kwa kila mtu.
Shukrani sana. Umesema naitwa nani mzee?
Naitwa Andrea Maritim, mkazi wa Chemasot.
Okay. Asante. That is Andrea Maritim, of course, putting it as it is here in Kericho County, basically painting a picture of exactly what you have already said and what exactly is happening here in Kericho County. Locals coming in small bits to actually cast their vote at various polling stations across the county, but more importantly, keeping peace and ensuring that indeed this exercise is carried out in the most peaceful manner. Nisi, in conclusion, what I would also tell you is that we just have 4 candidates who've actually shown their interest in the governor's seat, and that is Charles Keter, who is the former CS of devolution. We also have Dr. Eric Mutai. We have the current deputy governor and Mr. Kirui. But we are also informed that by yesterday, Mr. Kirui had actually stepped down in favor of Dr. Mutai, and of course, they are saying that ultimately what counts is that the good of Kericho County must prevail. So basically, that is what is happening here in Kericho County, a county that has about 390 registered voters. But of course, most of those will be participating in this exercise because you understand that this is largely UDA stronghold, and most of the locals here are actually subscribing to the party that is UDA. However, we'll be keeping a keen eye on exactly what will be happening now and going forward up until the time that actually the winner of this contest for various seats will actually be announced. And then, of course, we can actually put it out there of exactly who will have clinched the day and who will be flying high the flag of UDA in the general poll that is slated in August. Back to you.